demoing new game from Zombiesmith called Rhyfler's Pocketbook, and this is set in the Quar universe. And these measures have been around for a long time. There've been a couple different game systems for them. The first one they had is a kind of large company-style size combat. We're going to be doing a little skirmish level thing here today with the new rule set, and I want to tell you a little bit about how some of the mechanics work and the scenario that we have set up. It's based for scenario kind of thing. It's not really set up for, smash each other in the mouth tournament kind of stuff. It really is for telling stories and having fun and doing campaigns and those kinds of things. So in this scenario, the Crusaders are here and they're checking door to door trying to find the partisan leader. They got a guy kind of standing lookout, the sergeant's out here making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. The partisans are coming back from patrol, and they are chagrined to find that there's Crusaders in the town. So this is the Crusader leader here. He's the dude who's got the little pistol, and he's kind of here behind the tree. And so the Crusader's goal is going to be to try and kill the partisan leader. The partisan's goal is to get down and ring this bell, because for the partisans, people hunting or doing target practice, gunshots don't really mean that much. But ringing that bell means it's time to come. So they want to get everybody back to town. So that's their goal. Now, in order to do this stuff, talk to you about what some of the things that we have. This counter is for something, a resource in the game called pluck. How plucky are you? How gritty are you? How much of a hero are you, kind of thing. And so you start with 5 pluck. And if you do something cool, you kill somebody, you get some extra pluck. You wound somebody, you get some pluck. There's different mechanics in the game that will give you pluck. But you can spend it as a resource to do different things. Say you need an 11 to hit and you roll a 10. You can burn a pluck to get that extra point. Things like that, you can kind of use it as a resource. Also in a more complicated game, you might say, well, how many pluck would you think it would take for me to kick in that door, I think it should take you 3 pluck. Oh, come on, man, 2. You can kind of almost negotiate for doing cool stuff in the game. And so that's kind of the kind of resource that it's supposed to be. And it's similar to a resource that they use in some of their other game systems. And you'll see, if you look at their other game systems, you'll see there's lots of similarities in how they do some of the mechanics. One of the things that they like to do with their games, and this game also exists, is kind of unknown tactical situations. So when you take a turn, you don't just go, you go, I go, you go, I go. What you have is these cards, and on these cards you have 3s, 4s, and 5s. And there's more 3s than there are 4s and 5s. And so you shuffle these things up, and on your turn, I pick a card, and I don't show it to you. Okay. And so for a fact, you have at least 3 activations. But you might have 4, and you might have 5. So you'll take your first 3 activations, and you gotta go, do you have another one? No, you don't. Or, yeah, you do. And so then, so you gotta figure out, am I gonna risk it? I'm gonna try and do it. So you kind of pay attention to what kind of numbers have already come out, because if 2 5s have already come out, there's only 1 more 5 in there. And when you're playing a longer game, after you shuffle up the deck, you take one of the cards out. So you don't really know how many 5s are in there. You don't really know how many 4s are in there. So it's a way to kind of have a little tactical indecision about what you want to do.
A little fog of war.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. So,
and I love that sort of stuff. That's one of my favorite game mechanics. Like bolt action is the order dice.
Yep.
World Twilight activation.
Bolt action has the foobar table.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this has some things that you can see. It's kind of similar to that. There are things like when you're shooting, you can get a critical success or a critical failure. Your gun blows up, or you hit the guy and it counts for triple wounds. I mean, there's lots of different things you can do that will help with that kind of cinematic kind of look. So the profiles are relatively straightforward. We're using the Crusaders and the Partisans. And you'll notice that they have a skill level, right? The skill level is typically the number you need to hit to do something, that or below. So if a standard shooting attack, you need, like for your Partisan, for your Crusaders, you're going to need 12s for the most part. Your Yadril, who's your sergeant, he has a 13, right? So on a regular shooting attack, you need a 12 or less, right? Well, if you're one range band out. So you look at the weapon, it may have a 6-inch range. So if it's between 6 and 12, it's a -1. Between 12 and 18, it's a -2. For every range band out, it's a -1. If it's soft cover, -1. If it's hard cover, -2. If the guy is, if he's running before he shoots, there's a modifier. So you have different modifiers to help that target number, right? If you're in melee combat, if you have another guy who's also in base contact, you get a +1. Right? So there's different ways you can modify those things. And then depending on the weapon, if you hit, depending on the weapon, it has a firepower. And that tells you what you roll to assess how the weapon affects the attack. And you'll notice over here in the toughness thing, you have S, W, and I. So if you roll at least a 6, usually 6, 9, 11. So if you roll a 6, at least a 6, they're stunned. If it's at least a 9, so at least a 9 but not 11, at least a 9, then they take a wound. Right? And I'll tell you about wounds later, they're unknown. The wounds are unknown. If you roll on 11, they're incapacitated. And if you'll notice, mostly it's 1d6 plus a number, or 2d6, or 2d6 plus a number. So getting 11 is not that easy. But you know what happens. You get the one shot. If you one-shot guy out, you get two pluck for that. That was a damn good thing to do, and you get a couple pluck, right?
So pluck is sort of like your morale as well.
Yeah,
the better you
it's
do,
like a hero boost, right?
Yeah, the more motivated your troops are.
Exactly right. And you can spend some of that morale to do cool things.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the idea.
So give them the push to do whatever.
Right. All right, so each guy can do up to 2 things, right? You can only ever do 1 combat action with a guy. That's pretty common in a lot of games. And so you can move. They have a move value. Most of the move values are 5 inches. Because this is a skirmish game meant to be on a small board, so it's less, normally you see 6, but 6 is actually too far. So
you're playing a 2x2 table and you're sending a quarter of a way across.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So they can move, they can shoot, you can take an aim shot, which takes 2 things. When you take an aim shot, there's no range bands, basically, because you're taking that time to concentrate in. You can run, right? And then run is a 1 activation, but if you do that, you can't do anything else with that guy. You can't shoot, you can't do anything else. You can go on Overwatch, which means that during the other guy's turn, if he comes into line of sight, you can shoot him, right? Those kinds of things. There's a bunch of different actions in there. We'll kind of talk about it as we go here. And let's just try and go in. So you know what your mission is. Your mission is to kill that guy right there.
Your mission is to get him.
My is to ring the bell. And so you're going to go first, but you don't get to see how many activations you have.
Okay.
But you know it's at least 3. So tell me what it is you want to do, and we'll talk about it.
Let's move this guy up towards the wall.
All right. That's going to be a simple move. You got plenty of movement there. Yeah, 5 inches. Yep, he's up against the wall. There you go.
Move up there.
So that's 1 action.
So is going on Overwatch?
That's an action.
So would he be able to see over this wall? Like he
can see over the wall. Absolutely.
Okay, so he'll go on to Overwatch.
All right, so that's going to go with this orange clicker too. Put that on there. So he's on Overwatch. All right, so that's 2 actions.
So that's as many as he can do, right?
Yes.
So you get to 2. This guy will also do 2. And do the same thing.
Well, no, that's 1 action. So now you got to ask if you have a 3rd activation, right?
Oh.
You only get,
okay, I get it.
Get 3, 4, or 5. So you're going to move into the wall. All right, that's 3.
So
you only had 3.
Okay.
All right, so drop card for me.
I get how it works now. I thought it was 3 activate, like 3 models you get to activate. Okay, that's much more interesting.
All right, so I know I have at least 3. So he's going to move up to the wall. My guys have bolt action rifles, which means they have to be reloaded.
These guys, I assume, have...
Yeah, they have 2 different kinds of weapons. They have an assault weapon, which means they only take a -2 penalty to move and shoot, as opposed to the kind of machine gun style or subgun that they have that takes a -4 to move and shoot. That's why you take a penalty. That's 1. For the second one,
So when they take -4, it's like -4 to their skill
yes.
that they need?
Right, so if he needs a 13, we -4 to that, so we need a 9. 3 dice on a 9.
And to roll under?
Roll under.
Okay. I was confused for a second. I was like, well, that doesn't seem bad. It seems like moving and shooting would be great.
So this guy's going to move
We're seeing D6
5 inches
roll
for
under.
his second. That's my second active action.
Okay.
For the third action, he's going to shoot this guy here.
Okay.
If you take a
Could
look at
he
all,
see him?
it's all
To
open
do
line of sight,
overwatch?
yes. So he could overwatch him. Absolutely. So
Let's do that.
now, I declared my second action as him moving to the wall. I didn't say move and shoot because there's a penalty to move and shoot. So when I move, do you want to do your overwatch?
Yeah.
Okay, so before I get to take my third activation, you're going to do your overwatch. So let's measure that out. Go ahead and measure the distance from base to base.
13 and a half.
13 and a half. Okay, so let me see what kind of gun he has. I don't remember what he has. He's got a Rifer rifle. If you look at the Rifer rifle, it tells you it has an 8-inch range.
Okay.
All right, so you're inside 16. So you're in the second range band, so it's -1. All right.
And then
he's in hard cover, so it's a -2, so it's a total of -3.
So I need a 10 or less?
So the Rifler has a skill of 12.
12. So I need a 9.
So you have 9 or less with 3 dice. Now you know what average on 3 dice is?
I know what average on 2 dice is.
Average on 3 dice is 11.
Okay.
So
10.
10, so you missed.
Dang.
Dang it. Now, you could spend a pluck to make it hit. There's only one off. You spend a pluck and you make it hit.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so he hits. Damn it. So, whenever you're hit, regardless of the outcome, it knocks you prone.
Okay.
So, when you're prone behind a wall, no one can see you, visible.
And it also means you can't shoot my dude in the face.
All right, now, Rifer rifle. Rifer rifle is 2d6 plus 1. So roll 2d6. You got a 6. Plus 1 is 7. So more than 6, less than 9. So he's stunned.
Okay, so there's same
No, it's right here. It's who you hit. Right? They're all 6, 9, 11. So it's more than a 6 and less than 9, so he's been stunned.
Okay.
So we'll put this little red thing on here so that he's been stunned.
Okay.
Now, if I want to activate that guy, he has to roll to recover. That means to spend an activation, you got to roll his skill check to clear his head, basically. And then I would need to use another activation to stand up.
Okay.
Now, if I stand up, this guy, even though he's not on Overwatch, can take a reaction shot. You can spend a pluck to take a reaction shot. Now, it's at a penalty, but you can do it. So you got to be really careful, how you spend your pluck, because it can go away quickly, right? All right, so that's my second activation. Well, darn, that kind of. So for my third activation, I'm going to have this guy shoot this guy right here.
Okay.
All right. So we have that tape. Measure that out. It's 11 inches. So it's going to be the second range band. So it's a -1 for that, and a -2 for the hardcover. So I'm at a -3. Partisans have a skill of 13, so I need a 10 on 3 dice. So a little less than
I can do
average.
it.
There's a 9. So I hit him.
So we hit him.
So if you get one of those prone things, so he gets knocked prone. And let's see how he does. Now, a bolt action rifle, it has a disadvantage of the fact that you have to reload it. It has the advantage of having 2d6 plus 1 at an 8-inch range. Right? So, let's see what we get here. So 6 plus 1 is 7. It's less than 9, so he's stunned. That's my third activation, and this guy is I'm going to put a die on him because his gun's unloaded.
Okay.
Do I have more than 3 do I have a 4th?
Yes.
I have a 4th. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have this guy move and shoot. He's going to move with his shotgun up to here and shoot at this guy here.
Okay.
Now, I'm doing this as a kind of a demonstration because a shotgun is a unique type of weapon. It's a scatter gun, right? So in the first range band, its firepower is ×3. Second range band is ×2. And it goes down very significantly after that. If you'll notice, a shotgun has a inches, so that's going to be -2 right there. All right. You're in hard cover. It's another -2. I move to shoot, which is another -4. It's -8 on 13, so I need a 5 on 3 dice. Now
You can do it. Actually, that's what I'm trying to. That's when you roll trip 6s. Yep.
Didn't make it. But, you know, worth a shot.
Totally.
All right. And then shotguns, you can play where they have limited ammo if you want to play a campaign game kind of thing, that kind of stuff. All right. So, do I have a 5th?
Yes.
Oh, I have a 5th one. All right.
You got 5.
I got 5. All right. Well, I think what I'm going to do is, since your job is to kill this guy, I'm going to move him back behind the cover. All right? All right.
My turn. So now I get at least 3 actions.
You're going to get at least 3. But I ain't saying.
This guy
He's going to move.
can move up behind the wall.
All right, now he's got a Rifer rifle. Rifer rifle is an assault rifle, so if you wanted to move and shoot, it's only at a penalty of -2 instead of -4. So, just for
Is
so you know.
moving and shooting count as 1 action?
Yes, it counts as 1 action.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Alrighty, so you're going to be shooting at this guy here. You're within that is more than 6, less than 12, so you're going to get -1 for that.
-2.
-2 for the cover, -2 for running, so it's -5 on 12.
So I need 6.
7.
7.
7 or less.
Nope. Nope.
All right,
Big old
there's 1 activation.
13.
Second activation.
This guy.
And don't forget, if you want to, you can have somebody run, but they won't be able to take any other action. And run is double move.
We'll actually have him run.
Okay.
Get all the way up to here.
Okay.
Is running 2?
This is 1 action.
Still just 1?
Yep. So you've had 2 actions so far.
Have this guy move up here.
All right.
Do I have a 4th?
Yes, you have a 4th.
Excellent.
Now that guy is your Yadril. His skill is 13 instead of 12.
So
if
take
you
a
were,
shot at
if
that
you were to
guy.
move and shoot with him, right, it would be a little bit easier. Not, you know, 1 by 1. Or you could shoot from there. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just shoot from there. So
Okay.
shoot at that guy there at the
I think you're
shotgun.
probably within 12. Yep.
Just barely.
All right, so -1 for the distance, -2 for the cover.
Okay.
So you're at a.
So I need a 10.
You need a 10.
6, 10,
No.
13. Ouch. It's 2 13s in a row.
So that was your 4th, and that's all you have.
Clearly, I should not play this game because I cannot roll well. I cannot roll low on 3
My
dice.
last game, I did not. My guys did absolutely nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I have to say, I really am enjoying these mechanics. These are really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
The models are very interesting and characterful, which I love. Oh, it's so cool.
Well, and because the Corps have been around for a long time, they actually have a very rich history. In the books that exist on the website, there's a lot of history on the Corps. And Josh, the owner of the company, started drawing these things when he was 9 years old. So it's been a kind of a lifelong thing for him. So he has a lot of things in his head about the Corps. All right, so this guy's going to move up for his 1 activation. He's going to spend another activation to reload his rifle. It's 2. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a pluck to reload the rifle and spend an activation. Yeah, and spend an activation to shoot this guy right here.
Okay.
Because if you'll notice, there's no wall between those 2.
Nope.
So
It's just range.
if you look at the range, am I outside of 8? No, I'm within 8. All right, so there is no range modification. There is no cover modification.
13
So I'm on a 13 or less. Now, what you could do is you could spend a pluck to dive to the ground. That'll give you a -1 to hit. But you'd be prone.
No,
When you're prone, you have to.
I'll suck it up.
Oh, you're going to suck it up. All right. So I need a 13 to hit you. And that is 11. So you get hit.
So he's prone.
He's proned out.
I really like these tokens. They're prone and shaken.
Yeah. Yeah, that shaking mechanic was from a different game, so we put the little thing. But you could use it as shaking. Yeah, no problem at all.
Okay.
Now I have to roll in the firepower, and that's a bolt action rifle, so it's 2d6 plus 1. And and that's a 3 plus 1 is 4.
Yeah, I don't have to do it.
So all he did is knock prone. The shot missed him, but he dove to the ground because he got shot at. So that's 2 actions. I now have a 3rd action. For the 3rd action, I'm going to recover this guy. I'm going to try to do a recovery roll on this guy here. So I need his roll. His skill check was a 13. And I
think we're going to get it no matter what you roll there.
9, yes. So he's recovered. That's my 3rd action.
That's all you get.
That's all I get. All right, and he's still prone, so you can't see him.
Okay. So my first action, I'm going to use to stand this guy up.
Okay.
I will use the second action to shoot at that guy.
Alrighty. So I think you're more than 6. So it's going to be -1 for that and -1 for the soft cover. So you're going on a 10. Wow. Okay, now, thank you for doing that. Leave him there. This game can be very cinematic. So if you shoot...
It's cinematic when you screw up.
So you can have really cool things happen if you do something really well. You can have really bad things happen if you do something really badly. All right? So let's look at... All right. Shooting. You rolled a 17. It's always a miss, and the shooter must immediately roll to recover from being stunned. So basically the round goes off in your face.
Okay. So I need 12 or less.
And he's fine. All right.
Hey, you made one. Hey!
All right. But if you notice, like if you roll an 18, you're stunned. But if you rolled a 3 or a 4, it hits and the firepower is tripled. Right? So there's certain things for rolling critically. If you get 2 6s or 2 1s, you know something really cool is going to happen. Right?
Okay, so that's 2 actions.
That's 2 actions, okay?
Oh, yeah, he's going to take another shot at the shotgun.
All right.
So he's -2 for range, I think.
He was minus...
Just 12 inches.
Yeah. So it's -1 for range.
-1 for range.
-2 for the cover.
So -3, so I need 10.
Right.
Come on!
But you could spend a pluck to make it hit.
I'm gonna.
All right.
I'm sick of not hitting. Ah! So he's got...
You got the Rifer rifle. That's 2d6.
2d6. Oops.
Yep, Rifer rifle's 2d6.
Killed that guy with a book. So 2d6. 7.
So 7, so more than 6, less than 9, so he's stunned. All right. That's 2 actions. Remember your goal.
That's 3.
Is that your 3?
He stood up,
that's right.
shot.
That's
Do
all
I
you
have
got.
4? Oh, God.
All right, you draw me a card. I gotta get down there and ring that bell. All right. My first action. This guy's gonna run.
Okay.
So 5 and another 5, so he's gonna be here.
If I could get more than 3 actions, I would.
It takes an action to ring the bell. And I only have 2 actions left. I could run him down there, but he wouldn't be able to ring the bell because he can't do more than one thing at a time. So what I'm going to do he's going to move to here.
Take the tree with him.
No, it's just a tree. And then his gun, remember he fires, that gets actually unloaded. I'm going to spend a pluck to load the gun. And then for my second action, my third action, I'm going to shoot that guy.
Okay.
Right, so I'm definitely in close range.
So -2 for the cover.
So -2 for the cover, so I have 11. And that is a 16. So now I have to roll to make sure I'm not stunned. And I'm stunned. The bolt action rifle blew up in my face. I have more than three? Do I have a fourth?
Yes.
All right.
You got two guys that are prone, two guys that are stunned. You got that one dude hanging out, a couple dudes hanging out in the back.
I'm going to have this guy move and fire at that guy there.
Okay.
It's -1 for the range, -4 for the move.
So you do
-5? Yeah.
So move and fire, basically, it's good because it's only one action.
Right.
But it's bad
really hard to do.
Yeah, it's 4. -3. It's -5.
-5. So I need an 8. That's not an 8. So that didn't work. And his gun's unloaded. So yeah, do I have a 5th?
You do.
Oh! Well, I'm just going to roll to recover this guy. I need a 13 to recover. And what you can do is if you have medic and base contact, you get a bonus to recover.
Right.
Helps with wounds and things like that. Yeah, he's recovered. All right, that's my 5th action with him being recovered.
So, first action, he's going to shoot him.
Alrighty. Now, I believe you actually get a bonus if you stun. So let's double check. +2 if the target is stunned.
Okay.
So, you normally need a 12. Now you need a 14 on 3 dice. You hit him. Alright, so he's automatically thrown out. So go ahead and roll for the damage.
What does he have? He's a Rhyfler.
And he's a Rifler with a reshoot rifle. Reshoot rifle is 2d6 +1. So that is 8
9.
+1 is 9.
So
he's wounded. Alright, so let's talk about wounds. With wounds you have counters. And the counters are placed down secretly. So the way we do that to make sure because you don't know which side it is, it's kind of neat trick. You pitch between your thumb and forefinger, you just roll your thumb back a little bit, and if you don't see any writing, then you know that's the right side. Okay. So when he tries to recover, and that supersedes the stun. When he tries to recover, we'll see what his wound is.
So by wounding him, do I gain a pluck?
Yes, you got a pluck. Very good for wounding him. Yes.
So that's 1.
That's 1.
My second, this guy will shoot him.
Okay.
So range.
That's a reshoot rifle. I think he's. I give you that. 6 inches.
So I need a 12.
Yep. And you hit him.
Give me 2d6 +1.
That's just yeah. There's no +1 on this one.
7.
So he's stunned. Yeah.
So that's 2.
Yep.
So I will have him shoot him.
So he's prone behind the tree.
So for this angle, I wouldn't be able to see him.
Well, he's probably gonna end up with a +2, -2 to hit. One for being prone, and one for being behind the tree.
I think it had a +2, so it would be a wash, basically. Because he's stunned.
Right, it would be a wash. Very good. And you're within 8, that's a reshoot rifle.
So I would just need a 12 or less. I'll go for it. Why not?
Yep.
See if I can kill a guy.
Yep.
Oh, alright, my gun will explode in my face. So I need 12 or less again. There we go.
Alright, but you missed.
Do I have a 4th?
Yes, you do.
Hey! This guy hasn't done anything. I gotta figure out what to do here. I can either try and recover him or I can have him shoot.
You can see this guy.
See that guy, and that guy. Oh no, that guy's
Well,
prone.
this guy he won't be able to see prone behind the tree.
walls there too.
Basically, he's the height of the disc. Basically, he can see this guy unless he moves. And then we can move and shoot.
Put him into Overwatch.
Oh, nice. All right. That's all you have is 4.
Try and cover that firing line.
All right, draw a card for me. I'm getting my butt kicked. All right. I need to come over here soon. If that guy stands up, do you think you can see him? The last guy at the end.
No, I'd say the house is in the way.
Excuse me?
I'd say the house is probably in his way.
Okay.
If he went to like the very edge of his base, yeah, but
usually
majority of the
can the
base.
guy hit the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how we do it. We don't do 40K shenanigans here. All right. For my first action, he's going to stand up.
Okay.
For my second action, he's going to shoot at that guy right there. Okay. He's got a bolt action rifle, so he's within 8. So it's a -2 for the cover. So I need an 11. And that is definitely an 11. It's a 10. So he's hit. He's going to go on prone. Bolt action rifle is 2d6 +1. And that's a 9. So he's wounded. So grab a wound out of that bag. Thumb and forefinger. Nice. So he's wounded. Nice. All right.
So you get a pluck.
I get a pluck.
Back up to 4-inch.
Good job, man. All right. So now that he did that,
His gun's on.
yeah, his gun's unloaded now too. For my third action, I'm going to stand him up. Do I have a fourth action? Okay. For my fourth action. Okay. Before I take my fourth action, do you want to take your Overwatch?
Yes.
All right.
So range.
So you're going to be I think -1, and that's 2 more for the thing, so -3. So you get 10.
That's
10,
why.
yeah, 10, yeah.
Ugh.
All right, now it's an 11, so you can spend a pluck to hit him.
Yep,
That's the guy with the shotgun.
We'll do it.
All right, so down he goes.
Sick of him. Sick of not hitting
Reshoot
him.
rifle 2d6. 7.
8.
No, it's just 2d6 for reshoot.
Oh, is it just 2d6?
Yeah. I mean, that's a Logan rifle. So it's a Logan rifle. So yeah, 2d6. So he's stunned. All right. So that's your Overwatch. So I've taken 2 actions now.
You're taking one. That was your.
That was my.
Stood
fourth.
shot.
Yeah, you're right. No, that was my third. Yeah.
Stood shot. Stood. Got shot. Fell back.
So you said I have a fourth?
Yes.
I have a fourth.
You're about to take your fourth rifle.
Yeah, right. So for my fourth, I'm getting tired of that guy standing out there in the open shooting my guy. So I'm going to spend a pluck to reload my rifle. And I'm going to take my fourth to shoot that guy.
Okay.
So 13. The bolt action rifle is like a reshoot's 8, so it's a -1 there. He's standing out there in the open relative to me. So I need a 12. And that's 6 and 4 is 10, so that hits him.
Okay.
So he gets knocked down. Let's see how he does. Bolt action rifle is 26 + 1. That's an 8, so he's stunned. Do I have a fifth?
Unfortunately.
Oh my goodness. All right.
That's been his draws.
Wow. Yeah, so
He's on his 18th action of the game.
Yeah, but if he doesn't ring that bell, he loses.
yeah. So we can see how recovery goes. I'm going to spend my last action trying to recover this guy here.
So 9 or less. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. You hadn't got there.
I'm going to flip it over and show you what he's got there. So it's a -2 skill. That'll be his permanent injury he recovers. And it's a 3 on this center aisle here, so 3 out of 9.
Okay.
So if it adds up to 9, he's out. So the skill check's always a 9 to try and do anything else. And I got an 11, so I don't get that. Oh well. So he's not recovered yet.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
While you were doing it, it doesn't matter.
My turn.
Yes.
All right. So first action. I'm gonna shoot that guy with him.
Okay. Now remember, well, hold on a second. We got 1 card left, which means this is your last set of activations. This is my card. Your job is to kill this guy. Yeah. I'll even make it easy for you. Put it out here. So stop trying to kill these guys. You need to
I'm
win.
just trying to keep them from getting to the bell.
Right. But this is your last chance to. So you have to decide: are you playing for a draw or you're playing for a win?
Tell you what. We're going to move him. There.
Right. Second activation.
He will then shoot
Shoot that guy. Yeah.
So
All right. And
that's
that
going
is
to be like a -2 for range.
That is a Rifer rifle.
Minus
-1
3
range.
for
That's an
cover.
8-inch range there. So it's -3.
-3?
Yeah.
You with the hard and the soft, didn't you?
Got the hard cover. You only get the best cover.
Oh, okay.
And then the range.
Nice. Okay, so he needs
9.
9 or less.
Yep. You got it. That was a 2.
Okay.
You got the 2. Yeah.
So
So he's hit. Ah!
and it's 2d6 plus 1?
Yes.
7.
7, 8, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. So he's
stunned.
stunned.
That's 2.
Now you could spend 2 pluck to make it a wound. All right, he's stunned. That's your second action.
We will try and recover the leader.
All right.
So he needs to roll 13 or less.
He needs he makes it. He recovers. That's your third action.
Do I have a 4th?
Yes, you do. So he's prone. He's laying on the ground. But he can see this guy. Even if he's laying down, he can make that shot. You gonna try it?
Yeah, why not? That's
right,
about all
so-
I can do. I can't draw a line to that guy.
Yeah. So I
I
think
should have stood this guy up.
I think that you might be outside of 12. I think.
Sure.
And in this game, you can always measure ahead of time. Yeah, you're outside of 12.
Okay.
So that's going to be a -2. It's a -4 total. -4 total.
So I need a 9.
He's a 9.
Oh.
Not get a 9. And you don't have a 5th.
Didn't think I did because all 5.
All right, so can I get to the bell? My only job is to get to the bell.
Means you need to stand him up. So it doesn't seem like you have a lot of guys die, but they definitely get knocked out.
Yeah. So this guy is going to come over the wall. He's going to spend a pluck to find his rifle, and he's going to shoot at this guy here.
I really don't like that guy, huh?
Well, he's in my way. So, -2 for the cover, -4 for the run. So I'm at a -6. So I need a 7. And I got a 14. Let's double check here. No, that's not a problem. One more would have been a problem. All right. No, 12 and 4 is 16. I can't add. it is a
this,
problem.
and the shooter must immediately roll to recover.
I have to roll to recover. All right. And I don't recover, so he's stunned. He's stunned with an unloaded rifle. That guy is just all kinds of unused. All right.
He's trying.
Well, this guy. Can he recover? No, he doesn't recover. He can't do anything. That's 2 actions. Well, I'm not going to get to the bell. Yeah, I'm not going to get to the bell. So for my last action, he'll just run up to here, like he was coming for the bell. All right, so we play to a draw, sir.
That's definitely
So that's kind of the idea of the game. Obviously, this is kind of a simple scenario. And we only played one round of turns. We could have played it 2 turns or 3 turns, and you would have had more of a chance to get to the objectives. Just kind of the idea is to kind of give you an overview of how the mechanics work, how the wounding works, how the guns work, that kind of thing. So we have some show deals. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have some show deals. You get a starter pack, which is 6 dudes, and an add-on pack, which is another 4 guys, plus the rule book for 4